An F-22 Raptor has crashed in the Southern California desert north of Los Angeles. According to officials at Edwards Air Force Base, the plane went down Wednesday morning. Base officials confirmed the Raptor was from Edwards. One pilot was on board the jet, but their condition is unknown. The Raptor was on a test mission during the crash. The accident is under investigation. This is the second time an F-22 has crashed. The first was during the aircraft's test and evaluation period in December 2004. We'll bring you more as details become available. Now an update to a story we've been following on Around the Services. President Obama has declared North Dakota a federal disaster area because of massive flooding across the state. Residents in Fargo are looking for any help they can to protect themselves and their city from rising floodwaters. That help is coming in the form of 800 North Dakota Army and National Guardsmen.
We started right out at 200, and then the requirements started to escalate based on information from the city and requests from the city, and we started pushing it up. Well, we started Friday, started operations on Saturday, and we're now at close to that 800 mark.
The Guardsmen are actively engaged in setting up HESCO barriers, filling sandbags, and augmenting civil authorities. The Red River is over 30 feet, which is 12 feet above flood level. In other parts of North Dakota, residents in Bismarck are being asked to evacuate. City officials there say the Missouri River is within a foot of reaching 500-year flood levels. The Army Corps of Engineers is cutting water releases to help ease the flooding from the Missouri River. The Pentagon has released its annual report to Congress on China's military power. The report states the People's Liberation Army is transforming itself. Air Force Master Sergeant George Maurer takes a closer look from our Pentagon Bureau.
The report finds Chinese military power increasing rapidly with possible implications outside Asia, for example, long-range missiles and cyber warfare. The report also finds uncertainties surrounding how China may use its emerging military might. Just over 2 weeks ago, military officials say the USNS Impeccable was harassed by 5 Chinese Navy vessels in international waters in the South China Sea. And despite obstacles of this nature, the report says the United States is committed to pursuing more robust dialogue.
There's reason for optimism. Despite the Impeccable incident, there are talks, our military-to-military talks with the Chinese have progressed faster and better than the Secretariat expected.
According to Mr. Morrell, Defense Secretary Robert Gates said the United States and China could become adversaries if they decide to go down that path. But he added the key is to not allow that to happen. Now, the report also acknowledges China has used its military for international peacekeeping roles, such as humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. China publicly maintains its military expansion is purely defensive in nature. Reporting from the Pentagon, I'm Air Force Master Sergeant George Maurer.
A combat brigade and division headquarters element will be headed to Afghanistan soon. The Pentagon announced Wednesday the 82nd Airborne out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and the 4th Brigade Combat Team, 4th Infantry out of Fort Carson, Colorado, will begin deploying late spring. The 4,700 soldiers will continue performing NATO security missions. A life sentence has been handed down for a former Army paratrooper who killed fellow soldiers in a sniper attack at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, more than a decade ago. Sergeant William Kreutzer received his sentence Tuesday after pleading guilty earlier this month. In 1995, Kreutzer, in a planned attack, shot and wounded 16 soldiers before their morning run. 3 others who tried to stop him were also shot. One of the soldiers, Major Stephen Badger, was killed. An explosion at a demolition range in Japan has left 1 Marine dead. Marine officials say the incident happened in the central training area near Camp Schwab. Another Marine, along with a sailor, were also hurt in the blast. The service members, part of an explosive ordnance disposal team, were preparing unexploded ordnance for disposal. The case is under investigation. President Obama honored Medal of Honor recipients Wednesday during a wreath-laying ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery. He was joined by 35 living medal recipients to honor those that have passed. The 25th of March marks National Medal of Honor Day, a holiday dedicated to service members who have received the military's highest decoration. The date was chosen because the first Medal of Honor was awarded on March 25th back in 1863 for extraordinary valor in battle. The medal has been bestowed on more than 3,500 service members since the Civil War. Coming up next on the Round of Services, better support for veterans benefits with what the Commander-in-Chief is saying. But first, a closer look at tour normalization in Korea. The top commander in the region explains why spending a few years in the ROK could benefit your career.